Hillary Clinton says democracy is under siege and is pointing to Russia as the perpetrator behind today's political turmoil. The former First Lady slammed Vladimir Putin's administration, saying they've meddled in American and British politics, aiding Trump to win the 2016 presidential election over her. She questioned why the public and press are so reluctant to call out what the Russians have been doing, while speaking at the 70th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, at the University of Oxford on Monday evening. Democracy is under siege, international cooperation is being diminished and dismissed, and we have to ask ourselves, how do we maintain the democratic experiment in self-government, and how do we find the cooperation around the world and stand against this tide that seems to be sweeping Europe and the United States, that is really undermining the extraordinary work that was done, she said. dailymail.co.uk 1 2018 10/8/23 4,871,466,253,875 Image at 1,539,036,975,114. Height equals 461, width equals 634, alt equals class equals book, border img, share copy link to paste in your message. Then she pointed her finger towards Russia's intervention in the world of democracy. Advertising invented by Teeds. As we learn more about the role that Putin, oligarchs around him, the Russian government, particularly the intelligence forces, have played, we see that it's not just what they did in our election in the United States, she said. They have been actively supporting right-wing political parties and politicians, she added. Addressing the press, politicians and the public, she said, what they did in Brexit, what they did in the United States. You have to understand what Putin's goal is. He called the collapse of the Soviet Union the biggest catastrophe in history. Now, that takes some doing to think that was the biggest catastrophe in history, she added. dailymail.co.uk 1 2018 10/8/19 Wire 4,866,452 1,539,023,658 166 x 422. jpg height equals 422, width equals 634, alt equals. She warned the public, press, and politicians to speak out against Russian intervention in other countries, saying, "It's only going to get worse, and this is something that I think everybody needs to pay attention to." Class equals book, border img, share copy link to paste in your message. When the NRA spends more money against me than they've ever spent against any candidate, more than $30 million, and they've been going to Russia, she noted. She also pointed towards the funding behind the UK's Leave campaign that successfully pushed for a membership referendum vote in 2016 and resulted in Great Britain breaking away from the European Union. You just might think it came from one of the oligarchs at Putin's direction, Clinton said. Clinton warned that Russia's list is really long now, and the internet has given Putin's regime a great advantage because they are able to sow discontent, divisiveness and false information incredibly easily. It's only going to get worse, and this is something that I think everybody needs to pay attention to, she said. The technology has advanced so much that it's not only the false stories that the phony news services are now directing at your Facebook feed, it will be taking the words you say out of many different contexts and putting it together to say something you never said," Clinton warned. Along with Baroness Helena Kennedy QC, the former principal of Mansfield College, the two shared a conversation about the role of women in promoting and protecting human rights. At the talk they also unveiled a statue of former First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt outside of the institute.